All right. You guys ready?
Sure.
I think it's time to go.
That pulled out way more than I thought it was going to.
And that sounds good. They can't see anything, and they just heard you say that.
That's so
3,
gross.
2, 1.
We're live.
Welcome. First story.
That would be mind-blowing.
Trending stories are taking over.
TSTO. Why does he get a bell for that?
Next story.
I'm gonna get down. According to the sounds, I'm not doing so hot today.
TSTO.
TSTO thing.
TSTO.
That's crazy.
Story time.
Hey, people of the interwebs, what is going on? It is Todd Frazier.
I'm Jake Frazier.
And I'm Chris Cody.
And the COVID-19 coronavirus has taken over the TSTO show today. Look at the Jake. What are you doing there? What's going on?
Cleaning up because
That's good.
apparently it gets rid of tuberculosis, athlete's foot, influenza A2 Japan 30557, influenza B Hong Kong 572, herpes simplex virus.
I want to know
this gets rid of herpes, people.
What's the date on this Lysol? That is the oldest Lysol I think I've ever seen.
I know. I was looking for a
because this is the
copyright.
current Lysol.
Yeah.
I was looking for like a copyright date.
Does it do the same things and wipe, clean off the same stuff?
Oh yeah.
Let's see if
Okay.
let's compare.
Similar
Hospitals,
ingredients.
nursing homes, people in nursing homes, people in hospitals, clinics, dental offices, dentists, daycare
Wait,
centers,
is it
children in
safe
daycare
for
centers,
like skin contact?
schools, school
well,
shootings,
Like, can you use it like
restrooms.
sunscreen?
I mean, no, like sunscreen.
It's
I don't
like
think that's what it's for.
It's like the candy breath mint stuff. You ever seen those? Did you ever have those when you were a kid?
Candy breath mint. I never
yeah,
had
it's like
candy breath mint.
It's like the breath spray, but it's candy.
That's weird. Chris, you're over there cleaning. What you?
Well, yeah, I just feel compelled because it's everywhere, apparently.
It's everywhere. It's constantly. It's
And
taking over.
Yeah, I feel like why even use boogeyman stories when you say the coronavirus?
Yeah,
Dude,
I think
true.
that's kind of what it's turning into. It's crazy. And we're going to talk about that today. And that's kind of, well, not kind of. That is exactly what we're doing here. But in the meantime, if you see products on this show that you're like, oh, hey, I could really use
must
that.
have.
I couldn't get it. You just let us know in the comments and we will sell it to the highest bidder. Any of these, we've got toilet paper. We've got paper towels. We've got old Lysol. This is probably a collector's item.
Right?
I'll sell you my
So-
soul.
Vintage.
Lolly. Hey, what's going on, Lolly? Yeah, if you need anything you couldn't get to the store, just let us know. We've got a few
Lolly,
things.
how much
Just
are you willing to offer me for my soul?
I don't think that's for sale. That's
Okay.
not. We're not
Yeah, you
allowed
shouldn't.
to. I don't know how to do the sales tax.
My
on
soul,
that.
my choice.
Okay. I'll
Whoa.
give you your soul, your
Okay.
choice.
You know what's crazy though? Things are taking over, coronavirus especially,
Literally.
trending stories. But somebody took over my Spotify account, and I
What?
actually looked. I looked.
No way.
Yeah, dude. I
Like-
looked in the little thing on the email. It says like it has a location, right?
Yeah.
So in the location, Russia.
Oh,
Those
Putin took over
Ruskies.
your
Yeah.
Spotify.
So somebody in Russia has access to my Spotify, and they've just been listening to EDM, and I'm like, you know what? Just use it. I'm okay
You
with
know,
it.
that kind of makes sense.
It does make sense.
It kind of makes it a legit
I'm
story.
just saying though, like, I mean, I don't care.
It legitimizes your gripe.
I don't
Right.
care. Use my Spotify. Just don't use it when I'm trying to use it. We actually got into a tapping war a couple nights
I
ago.
hate that.
Yeah,
I
it was brutal.
So we have Spotify and we have a shared account, and I was DJing for a Night to Shine thing. It's a prom for kids that are like they're special needs kids, and it's really
That's
fun.
so sweet of
really
you.
cool.
Yeah.
No, it's really cool. But I was DJing. It was dance time, and I was running all the music. And I told the kids before I left, I said, "Hey, I'm using Spotify tonight, so don't try and jump in on anything." And in the middle of, I forget what song it was, but the crowd was like going really crazy, and it just like stopped. And I'm like, "What's happening?" I had to figure out some sort of transition.
Which one was it?
It was Ellie. Ellie was using
Ellie's
the
like,
Spotify
Dad
account.
said something about Spotify.
Let's listen.
Listen to it. That's what he said.
That is not what I said. But yeah,
Listen to Billie Eilish.
Spotify being shared. Speaking of which, TSTO show, it's on Spotify.
Boom.
Did you know that? Spotify, it's there.
That's why I
It's,
listen.
it's got a beautiful user interface. It's super easy to find things.
And it's evidently it's easy to steal people's accounts. So you should go do
well,
that. Use
yeah.
somebody else's account.
Russian.
all Russian hackers listen to EDM, by the way.
All
movies
Russians.
say
I
this.
think all Russians are hackers.
Ooh, that I don't. Is that
That's
racist?
kinda-
I don't know.
Is it or nationalist?
No,
I guess
I just
it's
feel like
racism.
all of like it's like a community thing they got going on. Like we got baseball, they got hacking.
Right?
I guess I'll bell that.
But I guess we won't have baseball for long.
Hey, but David's here.
Hey.
Dan is here. How does toilet paper kill a virus? Just curious. So here's
Right.
the deal. I really don't know. We have a story in here about why people are going crazy
Give me some of that
over the
TP.
toilet paper. But
I'm about
here's-
to show 'em.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. But here's the deal. So it is literally hysteria. Like people are going nuts. And so what I did is I said, okay, let's look up hysteria. Jake, what are you doing?
Now
That's how it kills the coronavirus.
that's super toilet paper.
That is super toilet paper. That is now on sale for $100.
It's $100 a roll.
Would that cause a rash?
What if I don't?
Yeah, right.
I don't want to find out.
After Chipotle.
I don't want to find out. Oh, dear goodness. Or after Hot Ones, the game show.
Oh, yeah.
Spicy. So David says, stay safe out there, kids. You know what? You got to stay safe. It's true because all the things are going on. It's a hysteria. It's true. The definition of hysteria is an exaggerated or uncontrollable emotion or excitement, especially among a group of people, which literally
humanity.
You just described this whole situation. It's like you defined it.
Yes, absolutely.
With a definition.
I got something from trying to eat my head. Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Oh no! Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay.
I'm clean.
Okay, so a lot of things are happening with coronavirus, and there is a ton of stuff that literally last night, I think after like 4 p.m., I kept getting story. So then I was sending it to Jake. Story. Would your phone just like blowing up last night?
So I have a pet peeve when I get like more than 4 text messages in a row.
Yes.
I got 8 in a row from you.
Wow.
And I was like, what is he sending me? And then I open up my phone and I'm like, oh.
This makes sense. It's for the show tomorrow. But we have got a lot of things going on. But first, we want to announce something right here. First, you guys are the first to hear about it. We have a new website. Because we know that this is a really crazy time. It's really scary for a lot of people.
And we love to cash in on opportunities that are just handed to us.
It's providing a
platform.
It's providing a platform for talking about things.
Yeah,
that's what we're here about.
That's right. We are here to talk about things. We want to create platforms. So we have, that was a really good transition. We have acquired covidgotme.com and covidgotme@gmail.com. You can go to covid.me.com. Where is it? I got com. And here's what it is. It's COVID feeling bad. Tell us about it. You can contact us, and we really want to share the stories. You can also email us, covidgotme@gmail.com.
Oh, we're so sorry.
Because you know what? There's going to be a lot of people that need to tell their story. Because, okay, now here's a legit thing, guys. Here's a real thing. There is going to be undocumented cases that people they don't know about. There's a lot of cases that we don't know about, and there's no way to really get tested. So we're really trying to get a feel for what's going on out there, and we want to hear your stories,
right?
And then create a community around sharing these stories. But realistically, Jake got some stats pulled up here. Jake, what's going on with coronavirus right now? What currently is happening?
China with the #1 score in the coronavirus right now. No, China has the most cases.
They got one up.
I think everybody is aware of that because that's where it came from.
Now so did you see Trump's address last night? Did you see Trump's address last night?
Let's pretend I didn't.
Okay, so Trump's address, he went on and we're going to talk about some of the stuff he talked about, but he said it started in China and it's a foreign virus, and people are going nuts over Twitter about that, saying that it's racist to call it a China virus. Well, it started in China, and the most things are in China. So okay, we ban travel to China because that's where the virus is. It has nothing to do with race or ethnicity.
Talk about stay safe out there, kids.
Exactly.
Seriously, he's actually trying to warn you to be careful, and also, whatever he's talking about to try and prepare us against this thing. And all you can think of, racist and stuff. Well, get off your high horse for a minute and just.
And the identity politics that's being played in a space that really, yes, it's being politicized, but at the same time, it is something that has to be talked about, no matter where you're at or who you are, especially if you're the president.
Like the normal flu, or like syphilis, or like the birds and the bees.
Well, syphilis is the Cupid's disease. You know that.
Syphilis is okay. We don't need to talk about that.
Hey, this kills it.
So, anyways, we have Lysol. Right. We have Lysol to kill it. So there's a lot that we don't know about the coronavirus, and there's a lot of information going on, a lot of misinformation. But Megan, hey, not sure if it's really crazy there, but in Miami, Oklahoma, there's no toilet paper or hand sanitizer on any shelf.
That is accurate. You cannot get hand sanitizer out here.
$30,
yeah. Megan, we've got you covered.
If you want a soaking wet roll,
but it's soaking wet with Lysol, so therefore it's extra protectant.
It'll actually kill coronavirus on the way.
I heard that it gets inside of you and it prevents the coronavirus.
No, okay. Now here's the question I have.
That's what I heard.
There's article here that we've got of a guy that's battling the coronavirus, and he talks about his experience with the coronavirus. Hey, Luke, what's going on? Heidi ho, buddy. Good to see you here. We're talking about
kids.
Heidi kids. We are here talking about coronavirus, and there's a man that got it. He is in Rome, Georgia. Don't get excited. It's not Rome, Italy. It's Rome, Georgia. And he shares his experience with the virus, because that's the one thing. So the big hysteria that I think is a scary thing is we don't really know a lot about it because it's brand new. It's happening fast. And
it's not brand contagious. New. And in my fun facts, I have I lost that fun fact page. But it's not brand new, but there's 7 different types of this virus.
Okay.
Of the COVID-19 coronavirus.
Of COVID.
Oh, COVID. Right. Okay,
I thought there was 19.
Swine flu is one of them.
You swine.
Swine flu
SARS is one of them.
Is a version of this. So this is a mutation of the flu virus.
So this is the newest mutation. But it comes, people are like, bats? That's where the family comes from. But this one specifically, camels.
Camels.
Arabia.
I don't know that we should say these kind of things because realistically, I don't know if that's
the
true.
Internet said it, so it's gotta be true.
Oh, no. I think that there is something to be said for if it's on the internet about this, we need to be questioning.
Right.
We need to be questioning. We need to hold off in saying absolutes. But there are a ton of absolutes that are happening, because give us some of those numbers that you had there, Jake. You had some numbers.
On the coronavirus or on the actual flu?
No, on the coronavirus. Let's go back to what we're
on the
talking
coronavirus.
about.
There are 126,372 confirmed cases in the U.S. There's 4,000.
Wait, that's the U.S. or that's worldwide?
Or no, that's worldwide.
That's worldwide.
There's 4. That would be crazy. I almost started a pandemic.
Right. It starts here first.
Go to covidgotme.com and share your stories there.
Talk about all the misinformation that I've given you.
Hey, you know what? Talk about the misinformation. Give us the stories there, covidgotme.com, and tell us the misinformation. I mean, why not? It needs to be talked about. We need to be shared. But
because if we come together, we might be able to actually determine what is the misinformation and what is real, and then we can have a true source.
What is government conspiracy? But that's story number 7 on our list.
Okay. That's right. Yeah.
Well, let's get there.
We'll get there, Chris.
So there's 4,631 deaths because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Sad. So moment of silence.
So let's be serious here for a very this is kind of all serious, but it's also kind of we're bringing it in a fun way. So the reality of this is it is a virus and it is a problem.
Right.
It is a problem. There is if you're over 80, the death rate is over 15% as of today, I think. That's with confirmed cases, so we don't know exactly where that's going to land. But the biggest problem is it's so contagious.
Right.
It's really contagious, which is why the Lysol, I get it. Makes sense. The Clorox wipes, I get it. Makes sense. The paper towels and the toilet paper, I don't really know why.
Because you don't want to have to go out of your house.
Someone who actually went in line to buy all this stuff, these pallets worth of paper, please chime in. If you need to do like the backlit, distorted voice kind of thing, so we don't know your identity, that's fine.
That's true.
But I would like to know what was going on through your mind when you were in line getting all that paper. Did you hear something? Did you? What was in your mind? What was the quote unquote facts that drove you there? I want to buy all that stuff.
So here's the thing that I think probably the reason. I don't know this for sure. Nobody really knows for sure. But I think it started with somebody saying, hey, if I'm going to be quarantined, I'm going to go get enough toilet paper for a couple of weeks, because when you say flu, we think stomach. However, this is not a stomach issue. Like if I've got stats here that says what's the difference. So let's talk about what's the difference.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about what's the difference right here. So the difference between a cold or allergies, flu or the coronavirus, and then the actual, like, what is the coronavirus symptoms? If it's itchy eyes, stuffy nose, and sneezing, that's cold and allergies. That's not coronavirus based on this. That's literally just the cold and allergies, and most of us have it all the time.
Yep.
Many of us, I should say most of us. All right, flu or coronavirus. This could be both. These are for both. The fever, fatigue, body aches, cough, and worsening symptoms, meaning it's just getting worse.
Well, no duh.
I mean, that's pretty straightforward. That's flu symptoms. But here's the difference for coronavirus is shortness of breath, history of travel, meaning you've been somewhere, and exposure. Now, here's the problem I have with that.
Not a symptom, though. That's just...
It's just
a result.
It's just a fact of it. But here's the problem I have.
Travel could also cause fatigue. And
sure, it could be all those things, but those things combined.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Those things combined. However, when it talks about the last one here where it says exposure, you don't know. That's the thing about this is you can be an incubator for up to 5 days, I think I saw, and then you show symptoms.
Okay, that's true. It also stays like it's contagious after your symptoms are gone for 14 days.
Right, which is why the 2-week quarantine is happening like on cruise boats and on all the kind of things that are happening. It's what is Luke saying? Facebook, Twitter have been putting forth a lot of measures to curtail the spread of this.
Yes, that is very true.
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely.
They're trying to nip that in the bud.
Yes.
As one might say.
They are. Now, there's something that I think is a very simple thing to do besides going out and getting all of this crazy. Yes, Jake.
But real quick, I was going to say that the stuff that it says separates coronavirus from the actual flu on that list.
Yeah.
The only one that's different to me is shortness of breath.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're traveling around, you're probably going to have risk of getting infected by the average flu. Right. And that's what I'm going to call it from now on is the average flu.
The average flu. And this is like the flu on steroids.
Can we use standard? Like maybe standard flu? Because average it makes it.
It's average. It's average.
It's shaming the regular flu.
When you're on Tinder, you're like kind of hovering over that line of do I swipe?
It's average. Well, the flu has always been this thing that's the flu. I think it's always had this. So I feel like to say it's average. It really is going to make the flu feel bad.
You know what? The flu should feel bad.
It should feel
and
bad.
So should
because
COVID-19.
The flu makes us feel bad.
But if
you should feel as bad as you make us feel.
That's
flu,
right.
you suck.
Right? But if you feel bad, you should go to covidgotme.com and tell us a story about why you feel. We want to start a conversation. Or email us covidgotme@gmail.com.
Or if you want to buy a paper towel for $68.95.
That's right. Just type it in here. We accept
you can throw
Venmo
5 extra cents in there.
To Jake Frazier. All right. So, but the things that are happening around this. So we talked about the story of the guy that actually has it, and he talks about it. He says, "I was so weak that I couldn't even stand up." So it is an extreme feeling of being like. Body aches and weakness, it's very extreme.
How big is this boy?
So he's a big dude.
He's a big boy. He should be a strong boy. He should be a strong boy. His legs should have some of that girth to him.
Well, and so he said, I just assumed I had the flu. He would describe his symptoms as basic flu-like symptoms, including no energy, difficult breathing, body aches, chills, and fever. So, but then it progresses, and then it turns into something else. His adult son, a police officer, has been quarantined at home along with his 4-year-old grandson. So there's
that's
then
not
it just
okay
gets
with
worse.
What? Because they're taking
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
It's like Jerry Seinfeld's bit. Was there an S in the word lisp?
It's just mean. That's just mean.
But his police son is quarantined.
Yeah.
When so many people are doing crimes.
Right.
And we need police out there. And I'm not saying that it's like, oh, we should put them out there and get them to infect other people. What I'm saying is if the son feels up for it, man.
Well, but here's it. We've got something about
streets.
conspiracies we're going to talk about at the end. So stay tuned to the end because we're going to talk about conspiracy theories.
Let's get there quick.
Potentially what's going to happen. I know because Chris has to skedaddle, unfortunately, at some point.
He has to go spread that vibe.
Right.
But hopefully it's not because you're afraid. We have all the stuff here. We have the protection here. Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
I'm more afraid of the conspiracies coming in and get it.
I even brought my gun.
Oh.
Lysol gun?
No. Well, that's what I used to clean my guns.
So the thing that we know is the best way to combat COVID-19 to the coronavirus is to wash your hands and social distancing. Social distancing is the weapon that we have against the coronavirus. It's literally just saying, hey, you know what? I'm not going to get too close to people and I'm not going to shake hands. I'm going to do fist bumps and elbow bumps. And we've done foot bumps.
Did you see the video?
21st century leprosy, man.
I mean, it is. But here's the thing is there is a real danger. There is a real danger. It is the flu. It is sickness. But we just don't know how bad it is yet. And that's the concern. And the ramp up of how fast people are getting sick is the thing that people are concerned about. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of the Polish president or the Polish prime minister or something?
No.
He was talking about how you don't want to have physical contact with people, you don't want to shake hands with anybody, and that's how you're going to prevent the virus. And then somebody comes up onto the stage that he's gonna let speak or whatever. They're getting ready to leave the stage or something, and he shakes his hand, and then he goes, oh, and he realizes it, and instead of just playing it cool, which I would have done,
out?
he goes, oh no, wait, no, I'm sorry, and he wipes the dude's hand, and then he wipes his hands, and then he gives him an elbow nudge, and then they both walk off stage, and they're both laughing.
That's a big fail. That's a coronavirus
conspiracy. They know it's not real.
Oh, that could be that. You know what? You have to stay tuned to listen to all the conspiracies here at the end.
Because why else do they want us all to be quarantined to our homes and not going out and actually doing work?
Get to the conspiracy, Chris. Let's stay on track here. Let's stay on track because the first thing that is being affected by the coronavirus, what are you doing here?
Take it. It's not real.
So the first thing that is being affected, it was the first thing. Absolutely, that's being affected is travel.
Yeah,
travel is getting hit like crazy. And Donald Trump came out last night and he made an announcement. Well, he made several announcements from the Oval Office.
When doesn't he make announcements?
Every day he makes an announcement.
At least this time he did it on TV, not just tweeted it, right?
That's right, exactly. He shouldn't have tweeted this address, but he came on, he talked about it, he said what's going on. There's been a 30-day travel ban imposed on going to Europe except for the UK. There's already a travel ban on China. There's already a travel ban on Japan. What
if you travel to the UK and then hop on over to France or Germany?
So here's the deal: is to get back.
You can ride a bike. It's short.
It is a channel.
That you mean? Oh, to France?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on where you are. It really depends on where you are. But the whole idea is you get there, and then it's like getting home is the problem.
Yeah.
And you can do testing and stuff to make sure that you're not a carrier, but it's going to be pretty extensive.
Yeah, they're going to make sure you can walk in a straight line. They're going to make you do the thing. Where
it
is
like not a no. It's not that kind of test. It's not that kind of test. It's literally the COVID-19 test.
Do they have like the radar gun things that are like beep, beep, beep.
For temperatures?
You got it. Oh,
well, no, for temperature. Yeah,
okay.
no, it's not like they have some sort of Star Trek tool that they can tell.
Awesome.
That would be
so
crazy,
cool.
right? So, but there are travel bans on Europe. He announced that they're potentially going to be postponing the due date for taxes, April 15th, which I am in the midst of right now.
That'd be good news for you.
They're potentially, well, not necessarily.
No,
Tammy's like, it
work.
postpones the work. However,
it's like forced procrastination.
Kind of, because Tammy said that this morning. She's like, "Oh, I really hope they don't do that because you're gonna have to work longer." I'm like, "Well, no, because I'm still gonna have my people come and do their stuff, and if they owe, then we'll just postpone them paying it. But you still got to file the tax return, and they have it. I mean, it's not stopping them from coming in because most of them email it anyways. But that's happening. So what I say, the IRS, they're talking about cutting payroll taxes to be able to help businesses so that they can get through this time when people are having to work at home. But there's so many things that are happening within this, but travel is by far the first and the worst being hit. The cruise industry, which is where it kind of the
there was like the
really
big
started
story
happening.
About like the cruise ship that had to be quarantined.
Multiple. Oh yeah,
Multiple.
off
Wow.
Japan. There was a couple that are sitting off Long Beach Harbor. There's the cruise ships, because everybody's so contained, is really bad. And a two week
That's huge, man.
A 2 week
really
half-life of a virus on a
cruise ship. Like it's a petri dish. So
just sink it.
And that's the thing. No, we can't just sink it.
No, I'm saying like if I was on the cruise ship, I'd be like, get me out of here, and I'd pull some strings.
The strings would not be long enough to get you to where you wanted to be. But so travel is big. Now, here's the thing that I think is really interesting with travel. So I was with a client yesterday, and we were talking about travel there in the aerospace industry, and they're talking about things that are happening, and flights are being grounded, and planes are not going off, and planes are flying half full, and all these kind of things, which is really, really affecting the industry.
Right.
And I'm getting these emails from like Allegiant, who is an airplane company, an airlines, Southwest. So, Allegiant, if you want to fly right now, $34 one way.
Wow.
To certain locations.
Holy
Southwest, $49 one way to certain locations. Like that is it. Travel is cheap. So here's the thing: if you're over 80, you need to stay home.
Right.
If you're over 65 and under 80, you need to be careful. If you're under 65, it's just getting sick, really, unless you already have health conditions.
Right.
This could be an opportunity for people to go see some places they never would have seen before. However, is it a good idea? Because can you get back?
Right.
That's the thing I'm really concerned about.
Could I have an asylum in another country if like I did that whole trip to Europe or something? Like,
yeah.
Oh, well, you might have it. Okay, I guess I'm here for a while.
You're quarantined there, and then it's like, well, what do you do? Like that's.
Can I still go sightseeing since I already have it?
I don't know. What do you want to know?
What?
So I dropped my friend off at the airport this morning.
That's right. You were at the airport.
Yeah. He's like, oh, coronavirus is going nuts. Ethan, longtime friend of the show, right?
That's right. He's been on the show, talked about drones and airplanes.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
You know what? Bell for you, Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan came into town and just on a whim, he's like, yo, tickets are so low to San Francisco. I'm going to get one, bro. And so I'm like, okay. Because like, I'm just like, Number one, why flying to San Francisco is kind of interesting because you got to go to Vegas first, and then you got to go to
San Francisco is like a hotbed right now.
Yeah, right. Number one, and then also the airport. And so I'm just like,
the airport.
I'm like, are you? And he came back with a little. So I'm like, dude, this is a horrible decision. Anyway, through and through, he decided that he was going to do it. And me being the good friend I am, I took him to LAX at 4 a.m. this morning.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Roll up. Obviously, it's 4 a.m. It's early.
Right,
but
it's early.
I mean, you go to LAX at 4 a.m. and it's still pumping. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
There's
typically, especially on a weekday.
Right.
It's like business
a,
travel.
The lanes are like a healthy vein, right? It's like there's blood that's coming through the vein.
That's right,
Yeah.
but and
Right.
moving at a regular, steady pace.
And all the red lights makes it feel like blood.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
But then, when we got there today, we literally just coast around. It's like there's a blockage in the vein or something, and there's not very much blood.
Hey, if you've had an experience at an airport, I think you should tell us about that, and you should go to covidgotme.com or email us covid.gotme@gmail.com and tell us about your airport story like Jake is telling us here. Covidgotme.com.
Well, let me tell you something. It was crazy because we ended up pulling up right up to his gate. And here's the other thing. He's also flying Spirit.
Oh, no, I got an email from Spirit. It's like $29.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Anyway, so
But Spirit, they nickel and dime you for everything. They have... Anyway,
he's going to have to end up paying like $140 for the flights.
Yes.
Like it's what it's going to be.
Still, round trip, that's pretty good.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
go ahead.
But he pulls up. We switch seats in the car. I end up driving back. He gets out. But when we get there, there's a lady crying on the sidewalk. There's a bunch.
She's standing on the sidewalk crying?
Yeah, her husband's like got like this like sympathy thing going on, and he's like, he's smoking a cigarette.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's like full blown ugly cry. And I'm like,
Wow.
what is happening? And then I look over and there's like 3 cop cars, all with their lights on. And there's a couple cops standing outside. And I'm like, you sure you want to go in there, bro? And he's like, yeah, dude. So he goes in and I'm like, bye, Ethan. I will never see you again. Right? Jeez. Well, then I look around and there's like news trucks everywhere.
So did something happen?
I
Or is
don't
it just
know.
there at the airport?
I think here's my guess. Family situation.
Now, is this a conspiracy thing we need to hold to the end?
No,
Or
this is my guess of like what happened this morning.
Okay.
Family situation with the woman. Woman was crying. Man wasn't really attached to it. Didn't really feel that bad about it. He's just like, there, honey. You know, the dog will come back home. And she's crying about it. And then the cops are there because like, oh, there was like some kind of bomb scare. And they were like, oh, it's just a scare. It's not a real thing. The coronavirus is more dangerous than this. So they were all powwow and having a good time. And they forgot to turn their lights off. And the thing about the news trucks is that they're probably going to be like, look how empty the airport is.
Yeah, I was going to say the news trucks are just there because, hey, LAX is empty on a Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Right.
And but all of it together, you see the cops outside, you see the news vans, you see the lights on.
You know coronavirus.
You know coronavirus because it's everywhere. I mean, we're talking about it and we're trending stories taking over. And it only it has to be trending and taking over for us to talk about it. So therefore, we talk about it.
I don't know. We
and
can talk
she
about
probably heard it here.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But now
your
put all
dog
these
will
things
come back
together.
home.
You put all these things together, and then it's like it's crazy, and
It's
it blows
bedlam.
up. Well, and it is bedlam. It's a hysteria, and hysteria has reached the travel community. I don't know what's going to happen from the standpoint of are the cruise industries going to come back? Are airlines going to be able to survive and get through this? There's going to be all kinds of stuff that we haven't even seen happen yet. Because it's literally all the stuff has been happening since January, but it's really, really hit like a crazy high right now.
This travel thing is going to be empty, but the thing that's going to be hit hard is tech. Big tech.
Tech. Economy is definitely something that is going to be.
How's that for a segue?
Well, it's already, you've seen the stock market, right? Like, have you seen what's happening?
Stock market?
What stock market? The stock market that is
everything's
getting hammered. It's just like, pew, like all the gains that have happened over the past multiple years are being eaten up. Now, I feel like it's a situation where it's like, this is still temporary. This is not like what happened in 2008, like when I lost my job with the real estate crisis and lost our house. Like that's not what this is, I don't think, because it's tied to something that is going to get under control and we're going to come together and do that.
We hope.
We really do hope.
Because like chances are, right, even if all this blows over and it does irreparable damage to certain things like that.
Well, like we talked about the cruise industry, the travel industry, and all these Microsoft, Google, and Zoom, all these tech companies, they're having their people work from home. They're all working from home. Like, look at this picture of an office that's totally empty. Now, who knows if that's actually...
No.
Oh, there's one guy.
Zoom in. What's his name?
Where's he live?
What's his name? Where's he at?
Is he the custodian?
No. Is he sitting at the desk?
Is he the sanitation officer?
No, you know what? He might be.
Is that Pat Wilkinson?
Pat Wilkinson, is it McDonald? Is it Frankie McDonald?
Frankie McDonald.
He's doing his news report.
With the weather.
But tech companies are having people stay home so they can still work.
Yeah.
But if they're not, if they're not,
it's going to be hit hard by
office,
this. If no one's going out, no one's going to go out to lunch. So then
big
all
time.
the food service and everything.
So Starbucks, you work at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, is there things that they're handing down as far as procedures changes?
Oh yeah,
yet?
no, we have to pretty much go and wipe down all common surface areas with sanitary wipes. We are washing our hands even more than we already do,
right?
And
which is a lot.
Oh yeah, no.
Tell the people it's a lot.
Pretty much like if we're doing something with the itch on your face, I gotta go wash my hands. Okay, cool, wash my hands
every time.
Back to making drinks.
Yep.
And we're already doing the whole 20 seconds and more washing at every washing. My hands get dry, man.
But do you have a sink right there that you can do that at?
Yeah, there's a sink right behind the cash register.
Okay, cool.
It's dedicated for hand washing.
Okay,
you can't do any other kind of washing in it.
Because that would be a pain if you had to go I'm going to go
time.
all the way to the bathroom and wash my hands, and nobody can verify.
Yeah, right?
Well,
no, in the bathroom is even you go wash your hands in the bathroom. You have to wash your hands in the bathroom. Then you come back onto the floor, and then you have to wash your hands again before you do anything else.
The food service industry is going to get hit hard. The tech sector is getting hit hard, but they're staying home so that they can still do their work. However, if you've ever worked at home, Jake, it's not going to fit. You can't take that. Goes back to my house.
Right.
That's for Tammy.
That's weird.
$88.95.
Tammy says right here, yeah, we would sell it. Tammy says, Megan, bottled water, toilet paper, rubbing alcohol. Oh, I have a half-used bottle of rubbing alcohol if you'd like to buy that for $25. And sanitizer, it's gone. It's crazy all over the place. And the thing that is happening, economy is getting hit hard. All these other industries we talk about. However, some people are making some real money.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are making some real money. Elon Musk says something that I don't know if, I'm sure he's probably retracted this since, but he says the coronavirus panic is dumb as tech peers shift to remote work.
I don't know. I'm kind of with my boy Elon.
Well, but okay,
I am too.
But here's the thing. It's the spread of it. And it's if we don't stop the spread of it, then we have an issue. Hey, Tiffany, what's going on? Hey, if you're just jumping in, Tiffany, you're one of them. We have some place that we'd like to talk about the coronavirus with you, and it's called covidgotme.com. Or you can email us, covidgotme@gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
You can submit your stories of your coronavirus experience, and then we can share those and talk about it. covidgotme.com. Go check it out. But the industries that are being hit hard really across the board are everything.
Yeah.
But
which
people
means
are making some money. It is a pandemic. People are making some money, and this one story is the FDA and FTC, because people are inappropriately trying to make money, take advantage of people. FDA, FTC slammed 7 companies selling bogus COVID-19 cures.
Snake oil.
Hey guys, here, there is no COVID-19 cure. So if somebody says, "Hey, I got you, I got the COVID-19 cure," no, they don't. They don't have it. It doesn't.
That guy's name is Tug, and he lives in a back alley, and you don't ever want to speak to him again.
No, you never want to speak to him again. But
don't talk to a guy named Tug in the first place.
Yeah, that's just probably not a good plan.
No.
But there are 7 companies selling bogus cures. Everybody is going to come out of the woodwork, because you think about what's gone in all the stores. All of the PG&E stock is doing the opposite of everything else. It's going up because they're selling everything. Johnson & Johnson. I'm like, all of this stuff is selling like hotcakes.
Yeah.
And they can't make it fast enough. They can't fill the stores fast enough. So there is sectors that are benefiting from this. And this one guy we have a story about, he actually did it on the stock side. He did a big short. You guys know what that is. He bought movie short, right? It's kind of like the movie. But he saw a stampede coming. This guy saw a stampede coming. And if you see a stampede coming and you know anything about
get
investing,
out of the way.
If you know anything about investing, you hit the places that are like, okay, these are going to hit hard. You invest in travel. You invest in all the tech sector. You invest in all the things that we talked about. You invest in like sports, live events, all that stuff that's getting hit hard. We'll talk about in a minute. Everything in the economy is being affected, and it's not like middle of the road.
Right. This is a man that knows what to do when you see a stampede, right? When you see a stampede, you tell Simba he's about to lose his father.
Right.
He's Scar?
Boom.
No, not Scar. Mufasa.
Yeah.
No, I know, but Scar told Simba he's about to lose. Like he's like,
well, yeah. But the stampede killed his father.
Anyways,
that's the bit.
But if you get out of the way and you ride the stampede, like there are people that are doing
endless possibilities.
Endless possibilities. Now, the other thing that I think is from a very interesting standpoint, Jake, you sent us this right here.
Crackhead Craigslist.
Crackhead Craigslist. He says box of hand sanitizer. Box of hand sanitizer will trade for a 2020 wide body
Hellcat Charger.
Might take a 2020 Charger 392. Wider blue, please. No low balls. I know how much it's worth.
And he knows how much it's worth.
It's a box of hand sanitizer.
But that's what you got to do, man. You got to get out there on the streets. You got to hustle it up. You got to be the watch salesman with his trench coat, right? And you just got to be like, yo, this COVID-19 thing is staring you. First of all, go to covidgotme.com. Talk about it a little bit.
That's right.
But then also buy some of this $30 Purell. Yeah. I almost said Propel.
So I'm gonna go to Amazon and let's see what's there.
Is Propel still a thing anymore?
Hand sanitizer coming up first. Here we go.
What? This kind of reminds me of a story because of the crisis of toilet paper.
Let's go. Hold on. Let's go Prime. Let's make sure we go Prime, and let's get it tomorrow. Get it by tomorrow. Let's see what's there. What is Pacific Blue Ultra Gentle?
$56.
Yeah, but how many?
4.
Is it 4 of them? Four refills.
Wow.
Now those
that's for like an industrial one.
Yeah, like those are all industrial. These wipes, Amazon Elements baby wipes, fresh scent. I don't see like regular hand sand. Oh, there's nothing.
Yeah, wow.
Dude, it's
gone.
You can make
get it by tomorrow. Now if I take that off, what shows up? Okay, there's
nothing better.
There's some more things.
There's
nothing better.
Were those like illuminating salt balls?
These things?
Oh, no, those are like the hot massage things.
Let's do Purell.
My ex-girlfriend had those. They're actually great.
Really?
Yeah.
Here we go. Purell, 1835.
Out of stock.
Free fast delivery right here.
Wow.
Out of stock. Dude, it's real. It's hit Amazon. Like, this is crazy.
You can make it yourself. And that's the thing that's crazy.
I saw that. Did you see that?
People are freaking out. And when all the Purell went out, they started buying aloe and vodka because...
Why not?
Because you got to drink while you put the aloe on your skin, right? That's what it's about.
It seeps in.
Yeah,
nothing like a good scotch to defend you against the coronavirus.
See, what you got to do is you got to attack it both inside and outside.
That's right. You don't want to leave any.
Use that fire water.
Leave no stone unturned.
That's what I do with my emotions. I attack them on the inside and on the outside.
So the travel is limited. The economy is going. It's going down, but there are certain industries like all of this stuff that is spiking, and it's gone on Amazon. You can't get it. And that takes me to something else that I think is interesting. I saw a story that with all the things happening with coronavirus and the things that are happening around economy and whatever, and people working from home, the internet is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because now at some point the internet only gives us so much information.
And I only
crowded.
You mean it's not limitless?
It's not limitless. It's not limitless.
I don't know. Maybe for other people it's limitless because they get Google. and then I'm in this tiny little Yahoo window.
That's right.
Just screaming, Yahoo!
Tammy said, click on the hand sanitizer. Just because it shows a price doesn't mean it's available. Yeah, and I clicked on it and said it's gone. Like, it's crazy. There's nothing there. But everything that's going on, people are staying home from work. And I'm like, hey, maybe we get quarantined and we have a couple of weeks, 30 days to sit at home. I'm like, yeah, we'll watch Netflix and stuff. But then you start thinking about, okay, if everybody's staying home, everybody's on the internet because that's where we get all of our stuff nowadays.
You don't get to watch it.
You have a problem. This came out on Popular Science.
It's going to be worse than when Disney launched Disney Plus.
Yes, it will be worse than
100% worse.
And Disney Plus will be down. Popular Science says, here's how much internet bandwidth you actually need to work from home. This is a map of the United States with all of these hot spots, cold spots. However, if you look at that and you just say everybody's on the internet at one time, we have a problem.
Yeah.
The servers are going to have a problem. All of these websites that are based on servers.
You're not going to get your Postmates.
You're not going to get your Postmates. Speaking of websites, you can share your stories at covidgotme.com or you can email us covidgotme@gmail.com and share your COVID-19 coronavirus related stories.
Or you can buy this freshly opened. I just made some.
You just cry. You did. Now they're going to dry out. You better put a lid back on that.
You can get this. You should have told me about that. But you can get this freshly opened thing of Total Home disinfectant wipes for $187.94.
That's right. That's a deal. That's a steal of a deal.
So here's the thing. So Tammy just commented, I think this is very valuable, sweetheart. This is an economics lessons for homeschooling because my kids are watching this right now and they're learning all about economy and how, supply and demand and things happen. And then you have the internet and everybody's going to need it at some point. There is so much information that you could think about with this that it just really goes crazy, which is why we did a coronavirus, a COVID special about the hysteria, because you can go tell us your coronavirus related stories at covidgotme.com, or you can email us covidgotme@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So
Man, you were on that.
The internet, man, the internet is, everybody's talking about, you said you saw a picture of somebody's coronavirus survival kit, and it included,
it's just the entire series of Breaking Bad on DVD.
right?
Wait a minute. So if this takes over the internet, then how's Tsto?
See, that's the thing. We're going to continue and push on.
Yep, we're going to quarantine ourselves together.
Right,
We're going to be. You're not leaving today. I didn't tell you that.
Oh.
I forgot to tell you. You can't go to. You better.
I can't
Tell
serve
your
you the
people.
delicious drinks at Starbucks that
Nope.
you're not ordering because you're not showing up.
Hello there, Chris.
Ah.
It's good to see you again.
So
Oh my
the
gosh.
internet is something we don't think about. We take it for granted a lot of times because we have it. Tiffany wants to know if we're going to auction off any items. Hey, we are willing to sell any of these items to the highest bidder by
True,
far.
but it's a little difficult because there's a delay, and I'm going to be up here like $7, and then I'm not going to hear anything.
Hey, we just got a message from Restream that says, congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream chat. You guys, that's for you.
Wow. Thank you.
Tammy's upset now. She says, Jake opened my Clorox wipes. Sorry,
I
sweetheart.
can close it.
We'll use those
You're not
ones
invited
next.
to Christmas.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I really apologize, but
It was a stunt.
but you can tell us all about accidentally ending your Clorox wipes at covidgotme.com. You can email us your stories at covidgotme@gmail.com. So Chris, you look like you're taking off here, buddy. Chris has got to take off. Okay, Chris.
I got to go before I'm late because I actually still have to show up.
Okay, here,
to
real
work.
quick. Let me just spray you down
sure.
just so you're. There you go. Now you're COVID safe. You're COVID safe, everybody. All right,
Come
Chris.
get some good drinks.
Clap. Everybody give him a round of applause. Thanks so much for being here, Chris.
Go see him at Starbucks unless you're
Go see him
terrified.
at Starbucks. They have all the policies in place. It's going to be great. So, no, oh dear. We just get infected? Thanks a lot, Chris. So, anyways, no, Chris just came back in and gave us a little extra cough. So the internet is going to be a problem. But the reason I think that
It's like pouring rain outside.
it is.
pouring coronavirus.
So we have a news update. We have a news update from Chris. He
It's
said,
raining.
it is pouring rain outside. It might be coronavirus rain. I'm not sure.
It's doom and gloomy.
You guys, here's the deal. Anybody's going to say anything to get you to watch, like I am right now, saying you should watch out for the coronavirus. Oh, yeah, Chris, the key's hanging up right here. No, on this wall, in here.
This is
in here,
great
behind the TV.
television.
This is
I'm in
great
here trying to
television.
reseal a
It's
thing
the-
of Clorox
wait,
wipes.
let me show you which one. Chris, are you really trying to reseal that?
I'll figure it out.
Here's the key right here. And then just leave them on the desk. Hey, my office is open to everyone who comes by. So back to the coronavirus, the things that are happening around the country now. It got really crazy last night. As I was saying, I sent you a ton of stories.
So many stories. And
Some of the biggest stories that broke last
Sports.
night had to do with sports.
sports is going crazy right now.
Sports is going nuts. Coronavirus is taking over everything. We've talked about it taking over travel. We've talked about economy. We talked about the concern about the internet not being enough if everybody is quarantining. If we go on a global quarantine and you start thinking about, man, what are the things that I need in that kind of space? And you think internet, well, the internet might not be enough for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But you can share your concerns at covidgotme.com, or you can email us your stories at covidgotme@gmail.com. And don't forget your bag, Chris. So the next thing that's happening is sports. The NBA broke last night. They have suspended the season after. Stop! Bring back my paper towels. Chris he stole our paper towels. Sorry,
That was
Tammy.
a great move. That was a great move. Hey,
So the
applaud
NBA
to you.
Chris, you get a bell for that. So the NBA suspends the season
How
after
long?
a player tested positive. They suspended the season.
No, I know, but does that mean that they're going to start back up in a few months and then they're going to let it go long, or what's the deal?
What I was reading is that they've suspended the season indefinitely because it's so crazy.
So does that mean that they're only going to play what is it? There's 82 games, right?
I don't even know the NBA schedule. Hey,
Yeah, I
comment
don't
below
either.
if you know the NBA schedule. How many
I
games?
think it's something like 82 games. So does that mean that they're going to cut some of those games?
Well,
and they're
let's
gonna
read
have
the
like
story and
Yeah,
find
okay,
out. So
okay,
here,
okay.
so last night the NBA abruptly suspended its season on Wednesday after a Utah Jazz player found to have tested positive for coronavirus moments before a game began in Oklahoma City. So a player tested positive in the NBA, and Rudy G, and you showed me the video of him just before he tested positive. He was in a press conference and he went through and he touched all the microphones and the tables as a joke. But then that night he tested positive. Here's the problem. He was infected when he did all that.
Yeah.
Which means that whoever touched that stuff next got infected, which is why the concern is we need to have social distancing. We need to stay away. And sports events with all the people in them is the problem. It's not necessarily the players on the court or field that are the biggest problem. What?
I thought camels were the problem.
Camels are the original problem, but now the problem is people.
Good clarification.
But Tammy says, what is happening? Yes, all the things are happening. Tiffany says, I've got nothing better going on than to be here watching with you kids. Or you could go to covidgotme.com or send us an email.
Tell us why that is.
at gmail.com. Tell us why you have your coronavirus incidents happening.
Lay down on our shapely couch covered in Lysol.
That's right, because it's coronavirus safe. It's COVID protected. So the NBA has suspended stuff. The season. So this is a video of the players being taken off of the where is it? Where's the field? The video of people coming off the field or off the field, off the court. Sorry, my bad.
There's a court in basketball.
Yeah, so they were about to start the game and they pulled them off.
Really?
They were about to start the game and like, nope, boop, pull the plug, done. And so
that fast, huh?
That fast. And so here's Mark Cuban's reaction, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, right here. His reaction when he saw the tweet, because it came out in a tweet news story that the NBA was suspending. He was courtside, at a game of his team.
I saw that, and I thought that was crazy. Where he's in utter shock.
Yeah. Well, look at his face.
Yeah, you can hear the guttural scream coming.
Okay, because you think about a Mark Cuban, who is a Shark Tank guy. He's an investor guy. He owns the Dallas Mavericks. He's got all kinds of entrepreneurial business type stuff. You think the economy side of it for a guy like Mark. Now, he's going... He's concerned. Now, he might be protected in that he is invested in things that would be going crazy and he would be getting things good. But by this face, obviously he was surprised.
Something's bad. Yeah, well, like that's a negative surprise.
Yeah, that's not a good surprise.
There's
that's a bad.
layers.
Look at his face, his furrowed brow, his surprised open faced. Oh no!
Golf ball size.
It's just not good. So we went into ESPN and we looked at. Oh, here we go. So Fox News says it's suspended until further notice. So it may come back, but I don't know, dude. I don't know if they're going to come back this season because they're getting close. It's past the All-Star break. We were getting close to playoffs. So it could be we lose the NBA for a season, which is a bummer. But then we've got
Tiffany. Is that in California? Tiffany just said the governor is suspending all public events with over 150 people that would be present.
And that's going to be something because live events are something else that's being canceled. And also it's spilling into education.
Yeah. So my school got canceled.
Yep.
My school, Ethan's school is canceled.
Yep.
Luke's probably next.
Cal State Fullerton is going
voluntary.
Online. Biola is going to online in the next couple of weeks.
And then here's the crazy thing too. So Eric's Bike Repair just played last weekend in Long Beach. It was great. Had a good time. But we don't have any shows booked out until April. And so we were on the horn the last couple of days trying to talk to people, just being like, do you have any like availabilities or like any openings that we can fill in your slots and whatever. And eventually we reached out to a friend of ours that owns the Fox, or not owns, but he runs the Fox Theater in Pomona. And he basically said like we have to wait to book until after our they're doing like a festival type thing this weekend.
Not anymore, I bet.
Well, they're still doing it.
Still doing it.
Yeah, he hit us up and he said that the owners don't want them to do as many shows because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be weird to see. Like, I mean, I'd be surprised if bars shut down. Like, you can still do a bar show. But
it's going to depend on. I mean, you think about the economy side of the bar shutting down or anything like that. You have to have people coming in. You have to have people coming in and actually wanting to be there. And if nobody's wanting to be there because of the hysteria that's happening online and all this stuff, like here's a list of all the sports things that are canceled off of ESPN, coronavirus cancellation and reactions in sports. The NBA, March 12th, Mitchell, second Jazz player with the virus. So there's another player with the virus. NBA suspends the season March 11th. This is going backwards in order. If we go to world football, so soccer, as of today, U.S. soccer cancels upcoming friendlies.
That's a fun word. That's a fun thing to call it.
It's soccer. You know, they're football. Sorry,
they're friendlies.
Then you come down here to tennis. ATP shuts down events for 6 weeks.
Wow. Okay. So finite number.
ATP is the first one I've seen with a finite. We have 6 weeks and we're not doing anything. The NCAA conference tournaments are canceled. So basketball conference tournaments are canceled.
So no March Madness.
And major conference basketball tournaments to proceed without fans. And then they canceled. No, and then they canceled.
Oh, really?
So March 11th, they said we're gonna do it with empty arenas. And then today they said conference tournaments are canceled. So it's like this thing's like the sports world is getting rocked right now.
Holy cow. Okay, go to the MLB.
So here we go to now we're Olympics.
Oh, the Olympics, yeah.
So
what's
Olympics,
the deal with that?
As of today, the FNA postponed Olympic water sports qualifying events. Also, Kenya bars athletes for global travel over coronavirus worries. They're not going. World Figure Skating Championship canceled. Tokyo Olympic president dismisses comments about delaying 2020 games. Yeah, but we know that that's probably going to be delayed at least, if not canceled, because it's in Tokyo this year.
That's a global stage, too.
It's a global stage, and it's Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's right next to the outbreak.
Yeah. But I do think that it makes more sense to be a little more precautious with the Olympics.
Absolutely.
But baseball's going to live forever.
Well, okay, yeah. So the MLB expected to suspend operations.
What does that mean? It's still spring training.
Well, okay, but California order on gatherings of 250 plus could affect MLB games, and then they are expected to expand. So they haven't announced yet. They haven't announced, but I'm pretty sure that MLB is going to have they're going to be a problem. NHL suspended play immediately. Like they cut it off. They were going to have
the Kings 2 days won ago, 7 straight last night.
2 days ago, the Sharks were going to host games without fans, and then today they're suspending all play. It's done.
Wow.
Tiffany says Coachella dates got pushed.
They got pushed.
Not
so did
canceled.
Stagecoach.
NFL not delaying start of the league year, but it's still early.
Yeah,
they haven't even reported to minicamps yet.
I mean, that's the thing is there's so many different varying reports from people that are saying that this is going to last for a month to anywhere from this is going to last to 5 to 6. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. That's why. I mean, I think it's important that as much as I don't think that the coronavirus is something to be completely worried about. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's important to be aware of it.
Sure.
And to take precautions to prevent you getting it and giving it to other people.
Right.
Like any other sickness.
Right. But it's so contagious that is the concern.
Right. I can hear the rain through my headphones.
Dude, it's loud out
anyway,
there. It's raining coronavirus.
That's the thing. It's like I'm all on board. Okay, just released 2 week season delay for the MLB.
That's MLB. Thank you, Tiffany, for updating us. If you have any other updates,
she's like our on the street.
I tell you what,
on
Tiffany,
the ground.
Tiffany, we're gonna be utilizing your ability to find this stuff in the future. You know what? You get a free roll of paper towels. That goes to Tiffany.
Okay,
and a bell. But you can, if you have any other information, you can comment here below. Tell us, give us the updates because we're going. Things are changing. Things are changing rapidly.
Head on over to.
That's right. Head on over to covidgotme.com, or you can email us covidgotme@gmail.com. It's going to be a great conversation. We're going to start there and just keep the information flowing. So sports are getting hit.
How long will it last?
Tiffany already mentioned the Coachella being pushed. There's the E3 event got canceled.
Yep.
E3, which is a big gaming convention with all the new Xbox, PlayStation stuff out there.
It's very interesting to me that online gaming has an in-person event that did get affected by this.
Well, but it's not the online gaming as much as it's the announcements of the new games.
Oh,
have you ever been to E3?
No.
Oh, I've been to E3 a couple times. It's all the new video games.
That makes a lot of sense now. Because
it's a sales convention.
E3 trailer.
Yeah,
so it's
because they announced
it at Dell Technologies World Conference.
Exactly, which we've been at.
We worked at.
We did work at. So that's happening. What else got pushed? Ultra Music Festival got canceled in Miami. Got canceled. Now, I was thinking about music festivals like Coachella and that, and you said Stagecoach got pushed. Like all that's, it's like a literal petri dish, especially with the Ultra, with those EDM kind of things, where it's like any of those outdoor concert stuff. Like there's a lot of contact. And that is a concern. I think
Billy's still going strong though, because I think she's on tour right now.
Billy, I think she is, but those concerts are going to slowly start getting canceled or postponed. Like all the touring, like everything. It's crazy to see the ripple effect because it's like dominoes. Like
it's so weird.
It really is. Now, here's the thing that I was really curious about. I'm like, why are we canceling this? It's just the flu. People are going to get sick. I get it. Yes, it's scary. We don't know. But there is Vox, which I don't necessarily check out a lot of Vox stuff. However, they have a graph here that seems to explain it a little simply on why the canceling of events and self-quarantine save lives in one chart. So if you come down here to this chart, these two curves right here. So like this pink curve, these are cases without protective measures, meaning it ramps up so fast to a peak that is uncontrolled. Now, there's no numbers on this chart. This is kind of just like a graphical representation to get an idea of why it makes sense, right? So, but if we implement protective measures like no events over 150 people, which is going to probably go down. MLB, Tiffany said NHL just suspended, did not cancel everything. They just suspended, but it is that we did get a 6-week hard number from them on ESPN. This curve, the gray curve, is with protective measures, which means it goes longer. However, it's more controllable. The thing that they need to do is be able to control, one, the information, and two, the patients. And because there's not enough resources to go around. They're trying to fix that. But that's the thing. I saw that and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
That does make sense. Why. Especially why seeing like how you almost like it's essentially the same amount of time, right? From like the beginning of like controlling those certain things to the
same
moment
amount
where
of
you're
outbreaks.
Ending. Right. Well, that in your pink chart, right?
Yeah.
Where it's talking about like causes without prevention, like it's just boom, it's there. You take the same time, you finally ramp up your ability to protect people from that disease, and then you double that time to get it out the end. And then as soon as it's eradicated, right, you still got to keep those protective measures going, clean those streets.
You do. Well, that's the thing, is the worry about it coming back, the worry about it being mutating and coming back. They talk about the weather potentially is going to be, when it gets hot, it'll go away, but then we don't know if it's going to come back. We don't know what heat kind of affects it. Tiffany just said that Bieber just altered his up and coming tour. That, Jake, that's for you, buddy. So I
saw the documentary.
Get there. You can still get there. You can still get to the Bieber shows. They'll be there.
Is that a promise?
I don't know. I mean, ask him.
I'm coming for you, Bieber.
So all kinds of stuff is happening. Sports, live events, everything's is being halted, canceled. But I understand a little bit better why. Seeing that graph, it kind of helped me understand. It does make sense. Yes, I'm sitting here saying I'm 39 years old. I'm not at risk. I'll get sick, but unless some other crazy circumstance, I'm not really at risk.
True. I mean,
but if I get it and I pass it on without knowing, it's just that
to dad.
He's not that old.
Dad's gonna be 65 this year.
Well, I understand, but he's still not in that crazy range of like being concerned. But grandparents, like there's all these people around us. Matt Smith, what's up, buddy? Look at this. It's a Fraser show. It is this is Trending Stories taking over, Matt. And if you have you might have information on some of this coronavirus stuff. And if you have anything, we'd love for you to go to covidgotme.com or email us covidgotme@gmail.com. Give us your COVID-19 coronavirus related stories because we want to talk about it. That was a very clean throw because it was a sanitary wipe.
Yep.
So things are happening. Coronavirus is going crazy. It's affecting all kinds of industry. And now we want to get to...
are canceling things because of respect out of this. They want to respect.
They want to respect it because it's real. And people are... the reality of this is coming to a place where it's like people that we know and love are getting infected with coronavirus. We talked about the NBA player getting it. Now Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson have announced that they have tested positive for the coronavirus. They're in Australia. They were shooting some things and they weren't feeling good. They tweeted themselves. I think the tweet's in here.
Yeah. That's the actual post right there.
He posted right here with a glove in a trash can. And he talked about how where's the text from it?
It's very much just it's Tom Hanks being like, well, it happened, and here's what we're gonna do. Right? He's like, here's what we're gonna do. What can we do? We're gonna do whatever they tell us to do, and we're gonna push through, and we're gonna survive. He's a little bit like Alex Trebek in that.
Well, and you also wonder what character is he playing? Like what character he's playing when he do this? Because when he's at the hospital. The Gold Coast, he's in Australia, and Australians have a good sense of humor. Yeah. The Gold Coast hospital staff gave him a volleyball.
Wilson,
he's on castaway. He's quarantined. He's like he's castaway.
That face, the face that he's making right now is just like I could have seen this coming.
It's almost like wait, is this like should this? I be happy? Should I be concerned? Are they trying to tell me something else?
They're going to walk in like in 2 days and he's just going to be full beard, scraggly hair. And he's going to be yelling at
it. The Castaway is a good one. Hey, that's probably a good, you know what? You should have that on your list of quarantine movie list. Make sure you have the DVD because we don't know if the internet's going to last.
If you want to relate to somebody,
get Castaway on your list. I think Pirates of the Caribbean franchise would be a good one to add to. But so Matt just said, hey, he teaches at APU and they just went entirely online. I was talking to somebody from Biola last night and they said they're going online.
That means Keegan doesn't have to go to school a whole bunch.
Which means you can have band practice. You're welcome, Keegan. So the entertainment world is getting rocked. Tom Cruise. Tom Hanks has it. I bet you Tom Cruise will get it, though.
He'll fight it.
You think about
He'll fight it like Justin Bieber, and he'll win.
In the entertainment world, they're traveling all over the place, especially the higher level people like the Tom Hanks. They are all
Jeff
over the
Probst.
place, or the Jeff Probst, because it was announced my favorite show, season 41, which I'm not on. Survivor, CBS, tell me when you're ready for me. We're ready.
Did I tell you?
Blood versus water.
Really quick side note.
Really quick side note.
Did I tell you that I got followed on Instagram by a guy that claims to be a talent scout for Survivor?
Really?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He only has like 200 followers. But
they keep it quiet.
yeah, I know they do. I
keep
saw
it
like
quiet.
the flyers he was posting, and I was like,
Was it for open casting calls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Message him.
maybe I should.
Hey, dude, we're ready for Blood versus Water.
Okay.
We're ready for Blood versus Water. Bring it. But Survivor has...
What's your at?
Survivor has postponed production of season 41 because typically, so here's the way it works. Survivor films their 2 seasons back to back a year ahead of time. So like right now we're watching season 40, which was filmed last summer.
Right.
And before that, season 39 was filmed last spring. So right now they would be leaving for season 41 to go film in Fiji because that's where they film.
Okay.
With all the travel bans and everything
Is it
going
the same
on.
island every time?
It's been the same islands since season 34, I think.
Okay.
Maybe 30, maybe 30.
Did they just buy them?
They go there and it's kind of crazy. But they go to
And
Fiji
they
all the
just
time. They
rub
ship
elbows with the locals?
the locals love. I mean, they have a good time. There's a bunch of information on it online.
But I can understand why this would be a problem.
This would be so. You start thinking about all the reality TV shows.
Yeah.
This is the first one now.
The Bachelor,
The Bachelorette, Big Daddy, Big Brother, Big Daddy. Hey, Big Daddy with Adam Sandler. That should be on your quarantine list as well. I think definitely.
No,
should.
but The Bachelor, I didn't
The
even realize
Bachelor?
until right now. All that swab and spit.
Oh man, so much contact. It is not a contactless show for sure. So you think about that. You think about all the stuff that's going on MTV and all those live shows, like the reality TV stuff. Entertainment is going to get slammed with this because of the high level of exposure that they could have. You think about the people that have, I was just back from this country because we were filming a spot for a show. I mean, you think about the morning, like the only safe place is probably these internet shows like Trending Stories taking over because we don't go anywhere.
We stay right here for you.
We stay right here for you guys. But that, like, it's going to be really interesting. You talk about that, again, relates back to the economy, relates back to the internet. Everything is so interconnected, and we talk about the dominoes. Like, it's going to be interesting what happens with reality TV.
Fun game,
entertainment
adequate
show.
pizza, bad to see happen in an epidemic.
What? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, no, Domino's.
Domino. Oh, gotcha. Bell for that. That's good.
Fun game,
Adequate pizza.
horrible to see in an epidemic.
Horrible to see in an epidemic. Absolutely. You know what? That's very true.
Thank you.
It's the most true thing probably said about coronavirus.
It's a
thus
haiku.
far. It is a haiku. You know what? Hey, so something else communication wise, this isn't necessarily entertainment related, but it is entertaining.
It's similar to what the whole thing is with like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. It's like, don't be swapping spit,
Don't be swapping spit.
but be swapping.
Communications, be swapping info because Tinder is a place where people are getting information direct from the source of Wuhan, China, where it originated. Because there is some sort of feature inside Tinder, it says in here that if you're like a
gold
member, you can change your location to Wuhan, China, and then you can message inside of Tinder. So people, because China is communist, they're not letting communications out. They're very tight-lipped with stuff. So people are using Tinder to communicate with people in the epicenter to get more information. It's
Genius.
crazy.
It's the modern day carrier pigeon.
It is the modern day carrier pigeon for sure. That's definitely something that is happening. And the things just keep going. They keep going. And the next sector that we're going to talk about is education is being hammered with this. You think about
Matt Smith just talked about it.
So today, Gavin Newsom came out and said any events with over 150 people should be canceled.
Okay.
And now it's whittling down to when you have people on campus at universities like APU, who has gone online, Matt Smith just said.
Small universities have more than 150 people.
Right. You think 150 people is not that many people when you talk about education. And so there is a huge need for them because we're getting close to the end of the semester.
Right.
You got finals coming up. I was talking to somebody at Biola last night. Brian, if you're watching, hi, how you doing? About graduation. and talking about, what are they going to do with that? Like, you take this thing all the way out, and, in 6 weeks, which is when a lot, like NHL's canceled for 6 weeks, there's a lot of things that could happen. So if you're on a campus that's being affected by this and you have stories about the COVID thing or anything like that, you can right now, you can go to covidgotme.com, or you can email us covidgotme@gmail.com and let us know your coronavirus related stories so we can talk about it and share information and get up to date information
and keep people safe.
Isn't that safe. What it's all about? That's what it's all about. And the education world is Matt Smith says go Cougs, APU, go Cougars. So the education world, it's going to be interesting what happens with that, because all of the things that are happening around going online, it relates back to what we said about the internet. Like, there's only so much bandwidth that we have. Can we handle it? I was talking last night with Brian at Biola about, I said, can your intranet, if you keep it on campus and not do out to the world, can that handle the communication? Because you're talking about video bandwidth, which is huge. You talk about communication, like texting.
Is this for like moving to online
courses? Like, there's a lot that we don't think about. The bandwidth that needs to happen for this level of stuff to happen. There's a lot that goes into that. So some technology solution. I was talking with my buddy Ed, if you're watching this, hey, who's at Cal State. And we're talking about some opportunities to be able to like assist this and help this happen in a way that makes the students get the information they need. The professors are able to get their message out, and the schools are able to keep the doors open and keep things going, because then you go back to, again, the economy piece. If students aren't able to attend courses, they don't pay for courses, and then you follow that all the way down and schools close down. So there is so much to do with this. Yet it's temporary.
Them dollar bills.
That's right.
What we need to do.
But yes. Hey, Matt's hopping onto an online course now. Catch you later. Matt, hey, good to see you, buddy.
Bye,
Check
Matt.
us out every time. We'd love to. Maybe we should have you on. Talk about your APU experience. All right, buddy. Talk to you soon.
I saw a man rub his face with $1 last night.
I saw a kid lick a handrail on the internet.
Did you see the kid that licked the ice cream tub? We showed that video, didn't we?
We didn't show that video. We need to talk about that. He got sued
jail
or something.
time.
Jail time.
He got 30 days in jail time, and then he had to pay like $5,000.
Dude, that's crazy. Like this whole thing is out of control. And yes, we need to be concerned. I want to let's talk to you real quick. So we need to be serious and we need to be active. However, the hysteria needs to stop. The ramping up of all this, like taking the toilet paper like I have here, which is for sale, $7 a roll if you're interested. If we've Lysoled it, it's more. But we really need the hysteria needs to calm down, because there is a reality, there is a danger. We don't know enough yet, and there's so much misinformation, some of which we're sharing right now.
Yeah, but I mean, hey,
but the reality,
it looks good.
The reality is, if we can't laugh at it and see the lighter side, then
the brighter side,
then the dark side's going to take over, and Darth Vader and Palpatine will just rule our lives.
Do it.
But
strike me down.
But here's the real kicker.
What's the real kicker?
The real kicker. All of what you said is a real kicker.
It is a real kicker.
But the real kicker, the what's his face? The guy that never missed a field goal.
Janikowski?
No, starts with a V. Mike.
Oh, Vladimir Putin.
Okay.
No.
The real kicker is that stuff like this is going to happen all the time through human history.
It's true.
Right?
It has, and it will.
And if we're going to talk about human consciousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way we think about the coronavirus, the way we talk about it to other people, if that is rooted in fear, it's going to manifest more fear.
Yes.
And that is only going to make this situation harder to get under control, especially if people are like, we got to get everything done now. I saw a video yesterday of people sprinting through a Costco.
Did you see ladies? I saw ladies pulling hair and yelling about toilet paper.
Yes.
We don't even know why toilet paper is like, it's not even.
I think people are afraid that, like, if they don't get it, everybody's going to be quarantined.
Well, that's the concern.
It's going to become like The Last of Us, the video game, which the movie's coming out, and I'm so excited.
But here's the thing. It's not even that, because we're not going to the death rate is not 90% like Walking Dead or anything like that. I think that's perpetuating this fear. Is The Walking Dead and shows like that, and The Last of Us video games, is that it's apocalyptic. It's end of times, which I think biblically we're probably getting close from an end of times kind of standpoint with all this.
I want to do the math on this real quick.
Do the math real quick. You probably Google the
too much work.
Okay, too much.
I have Yahoo.
You have Yahoo. It doesn't work that way. But there is so much that is happening, and all around this to say the hype is coming a lot from when you watch The Walking Dead and see what they had to go through. It's a show. It's a TV show. It's entertainment, guys.
And it got bad.
And it got when after Negan, it was kind of
I know. After Negan,
after Rick,
after they kind of locked up Negan, I was like,
the storyline just where do you go from there?
Well, Robert Kirkman had written the whole thing.
Well, and where do the zombies keep coming from? That's what I want to know. It's not the coronavirus because it's not making zombies.
People on this planet. Tom.
I'm telling you that. So, but that's the thing is the death rate is still, yes, it's sad. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's scary, but it's not going to turn 90% of the world into zombies, which is what I feel like people are scared about.
Is that 3%?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3% of the cases, all cases of coronavirus.
Now that is
result in death.
That is also, that keeps changing. And that is true. Also, if you take age into account,
right? When
you get up over 80, the death toll is more like 14%. But those are also people with pre-existing conditions, potentially already in hospitals. Not saying that's okay. I'm just saying you have to
total
weigh all of this and be serious about it.
I think the average flu has something like 8.
Yeah. No. It's 2. It's under 3.
It's under 3?
Under 3. It's like 2.8.
Misinformation, like guys. See, it's all over the place.
But here's the deal. Like you said, the fear creates more fear, and then all of a sudden we've got what we've got now, where the shelves are empty in Miami, Oklahoma. There's no toilet paper, no Lysol, no anything like that.
I've just decided that I'm not going to let the fear and the scary and the hoopa-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo get in the way of me.
That's right. Hey, look at that. My mom's on here. She says, hi, Mom. I read someone's post that said if you need to buy that much toilet paper, you have a much bigger problem than the coronavirus, and you should have already gone to the doctor for that.
Your family needs to have an intervention with you you need to get off the laxatives, man.
Get off the laxatives. Oh, no, what happened?
They're tearing our family apart.
They are. They're tearing their family. So Tiffany says, NYC Broadway theaters have gone dark for the time being.
Wow.
I heard something
that's
now.
Like off Broadway.
I heard an inside scoop from somebody that's in law enforcement. I'm not going to divulge anymore just in case I'm not supposed to out this person. They said we were talking about travel things, and I wasn't, like Tammy was talking to him. And they said, definitely don't go to Europe, which now we see the travel bans. We know why. We were talking about, going where is safe to go, like South America. Yeah. Okay. Hawaii, still United States, so it shouldn't be a problem. New York, don't go there.
Jordan.
DC, don't go there.
Jordan only has 1 case.
Jordan, we could go to Jordan, except for to get to Jordan, you got to go through the places where everybody's infected.
True. You can go to Ukraine. Go meet up with the dude that's using my Spotify.
Hey, give Jake back to Spotify. Really?
No,
EDM Russia guy.
Just don't use it when I use it.
EDM Russia guy. So the other thing is, I start to wonder whenever I hear stuff like this and things get blown out of proportion. I wonder, where did it come from? Where
not Jamaica
did the coronavirus come from? We know physically, location geographically came from China. But why? Why did the coronavirus come and start wreaking havoc? And I'm concerned that we have a conspiracy on our hands, Jake. I'm concerned that we have a conspiracy. It's time to get into the conspiracies of the COVID-19. Hey, if you have coronavirus related conspiracy theories, make sure to go to covidgotme.com, or you can email us covidgotme@gmail.com. Tell us your coronavirus related conspiracy theories, because we want to hear them, because there's a lot of options that potentially could be out there that we haven't thought about and might be the next big blockbuster movie hit of the summer, right?
Oh man!
Hey, think about the Oscar winner for last year, Parasite.
I was thinking about that the other day.
It's
This is the real
Parasite 2 is COVID.
It actually has to do with a disease this time.
Hey, if you call it COVID Got Me, you owe us royalties.
I mean, we own the domain.
So conspiracy theories. Here's the
what do
thing
you got?
The thing that I started with, for me, I'm like, this seems weird. It came out of an experimental lab, and it was the doctor that found it ends up dying from it, or so they say. I feel like there's a really good chance this is a biological attack,
bioweapon
that 100%. They were creating inside a lab, and it got out, and now we have a problem. But
this is how the zombie apocalypse is going to start.
Right, but it's not zombies yet. Like
no, I understand.
It wasn't done yet.
But if it was,
it would
be 126,372 smashing heads.
That's right, absolutely. So there's a couple of things that have kind of put me on this path of I wonder. One of the things is there is so much hatred for the president of the United States. Donald Trump is on everybody's list. And there is every opportunity they get.
List means
to
like
go
hit
after him.
List.
Literally like hit list. And I heard something about there's these like black ops guys that are on the deep web that put out a message saying, hey, if anybody attempts anything on Donald Trump, you will not live to see the light of day. Like there are people that are behind Trump. There are people that are trying to get Trump. So it's this whole like, we don't know what kind of stuff's happening behind the scenes. So from a conspiracy theory standpoint, I feel like there could be something that says this is, I'm going to build a case for this before I get too deep into it. This is like an assassination attempt on the president of the United States. It came out of China. It's a biological weapon. And the thing that made me really think that this is potential is the CPAC outbreak. The Conservative Political Action Committee scrambles to contain virus fallout. So we were watching this story, and I was seeing all the stories come out. Somebody at CPAC got it. I think Ted Cruz was self-quarantined because of all the outbreak. But I'm looking at clips from this, and I'm like, hey, Donald Trump's there. He's shaking hands. He's on stage. This is a perfect opportunity for somebody to take an action against the Republican Party, the Conservative Political Action Committee. Like, this is a potential threat there. And then I saw this other story right here. A Brazilian official who posed for photo with Trump tests positive for coronavirus reports.
Oh my god!
Like, look at all this. Like,
has the president been tested?
I'm guessing he's probably tested daily.
Yeah,
I would think so, and quarantine like crazy. Like
he's close to the age range. Dude.
He is. He's right at the top. He's not 80 yet, but he's
like 72. Isn't he?
He's high. He's upper 70s for sure, late 70s, and this is something
that's crazy.
Like there is, again. This is conspiracy, guys. This isn't fact or truth. I'm just saying this seems a little bit weird.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
Truth is stranger than fiction. But that's I build a case to say, okay, I think potentially this is an assassination attempt on the president. And if you have conspiracy theories about the coronavirus, you can go to covidgotme.com or you can email us covidgotme@gmail.com and tell us your corona-related conspiracy theories. Alex Jones, hey, I bet you got a great conspiracy theory for this.
Oh, this guy's out there and he's just making sure that nobody can ever see the light of day.
Maybe it's a corona frog. It's a corona frog bringing it.
People are licking the backs of frogs and it's turning coronavirus gay.
I think that it might be an Alex Jones conspiracy kind of episode.
You want to hear mine?
Okay, all right, Jake. So I think it's an assassination
attempt. You think it's an assassination
attempt? Potentially. Now, again, this could be a great movie plot. COVID Got Me is the movie, and who's the one that gets got at the end? We don't know yet.
Who gets got?
Who gets got? COVID Got Me. COVIDgotme.com.
I think
COVIDgotme.com.
I think that this coronavirus thing, if we're gonna go on the conspiracy side of things, right? I'm gonna lay all my chips.
Let's do it. Let's bring it.
I'm just gonna push it. I'm gonna say is and has been and will be as things that I'm saying as conspiracy, but I don't necessarily actually kind of believe them to be true.
Wait, you kind of do, but you kind of don't.
No. If it's a conspiracy, this is my choice of what conspiracy it would be.
Okay, if you had to choose a conspiracy, right, it wouldn't be the assassination, although you hadn't thought of that yet.
No, but I mean, that's a good one.
That's a good one,
it's
right?
on my list.
It's a good one. Okay, so
not
what's
my
yours?
Hit list.
What? No, not your hit list. What's yours?
This is a trial run for a neutralizing bioattack for World War III.
Oh, yes, World War III. That, you know what?
So here's the deal.
Yep.
There are components of COVID-19, which is this strain, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can only be found if it was man-made.
Ooh, yes.
There's parts of it that had to have been done in a lab by somebody somewhere intentionally in order to be able to create this strain. Now,
yes,
I know
and that follows the way that it came out.
Right. And I know what some people were thinking, oh, they're probably just testing different mutations to see what it would be like, and then he got it on him, and then it went from there.
Yeah. But why?
What I think it is this was planned. And this didn't originate in China. It originated from outside of China, was given to China to see what the repercussions would be, and it went like wildfire, and now they're going, oh no, That's crazy. So what we got to do is isolate the threat the moment we drop that. Here's my thought. Hiroshima.
Yeah.
5 mile blast radius and nukes.
Okay.
Right? That's dead and gone in the instant. 25 mile radius of radiation within a couple days.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
Cover that 25 mile radius in this virus and just have little individual bombs that just drop holding this. You isolate everybody in a sickness zone, right? Where if they go out, they get this horrible, horrible illness. If they stay in, they get radiation poisoning. And if they go even further in, they die in the blast zone. It's a way to completely eradicate a group of people.
So you're saying because but the age specific thing, it's like maybe they weren't done with it yet. If that's
right.
If that's
no.
the
That's
case.
like let's see what this does. Let's see how this spreads, and use a non-completely lethal version of it. And then as soon as World War III hits, the person who did it has their finger on the button and is just ready to boop, boop, boop.
So which from a biological, created biological weapon, then could they change the infection?
Oh yeah.
Keeping and we're like, this is so far out there in conspiracy world. However, the movies we watch make me think, maybe. It's just totally nuts. This whole thing is totally crazy, and there are so many ways, so many places it could come from there. But you guys, for what we want to do here at the Trending
Could also
Stories
be
Taking Over
propaganda.
Show, it could be propaganda. It could
all be propaganda.
It could just literally all be something that's like, we're making this up and we want to create fear, and then we're inciting this hysteria, and that's
it's
what
like
it's
the
all
opposite
about.
of sugar pills. The things that are supposed to make you feel better.
It's a placebo.
Right.
It's you know what, this kind of is a placebo effect.
Oh, yeah.
With the fear.
No,
the placebo.
yeah.
That's which is why
I'm manifesting.
I'm being
We're
a
bringing
little
it
bit
into
funny
reality.
with all the stuff that I've got here, even though that it's off the shelves. Like, it is literally. We went to Amazon and we showed you that you can't buy Purell. It's out of stock. It's gone. But there is something to say for, you know what? I'm kind of feeling like I could use a 30-day break.
Yeah.
And just all we do is we sit here and talk on the internet.
Man, this coronavirus thing is the best thing that ever done happened to me.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I
I'd
wouldn't go that far.
I'm in middle America. I never go outside.
They go outside a lot out there.
I mean, I never leave my property.
Yeah, okay, there we go. That's a different story. And your social distancing is fine if you're on a property in the Midwest. It's acres big.
Me and my cows and my one camel. Wait a second.
Your camel. That's your problem.
We got to put Betsy down.
But here's the deal. We are going to be continuing to cover this. There's so much that's going to be changing because it's changing minute by minute. Like, it is constantly changing.
And you're going to throw us your information by heading over to...
That's right. Head over to covidgotme.com, or you can email us covidgotme@gmail.com and tell us your COVID-related stories, your coronavirus stories, your conspiracy theories. We just want to stay in touch with you guys.
The conspiracy theories would be fun. Ooh, that'd be so fun. All these different people just being like, here's how I think the government's going to destroy us.
And you know what the interesting thing, if we compile the information and then we figure out some way to cross-reference things, we might actually have the answer.
Binders this thick.
Well,
and we show up
make it digital
in the Supreme Court. No, the binder makes you more official.
I guess that's true.
And then would
the pages be blank and we pull out an iPad?
There's just a big hole cut out in the middle of 18 pages.
And here's our iPad presentation. What's all the papers for, sir? It's just to make you think.
Where can I plug my book in?
What kind of book is that? Is that a Facebook
book case?
It's a book case?
It's a book case. Actually, book cases are cool. I have one for my iPad.
Yeah,
it's like it looks like
a book. And they have wallet case things that look like that too. So, but you guys, the reality is you guys need to stay safe. Make sure you're
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Brush
it is
your
the flu.
teeth.
Wash your hands. Brush your teeth. Social distancing. Give some elbow bumps. But
kiss your loved ones goodbye.
But no! Don't kiss them goodbye. We're sticking around. We're going to be here for a while, and we're Trending Stories taking over. And I think this has been a very positive show.
I feel like I just got swept out in a tidal wave.
A tidal wave of
trending
Corona stories.
I need to lay on a raft with my volleyball.
Oh, Tom Hanks, we salute you.
We do. I hope we can salute you in a couple months, man.
Wow,
I really do.
No, keep bringing it back to the positive. I really do. He's not that old.
I still think that there's a chance.
Yeah. Hey, Tiffany, she says thank you for the PSA. You're welcome for the PSA. Trending stories taking over. They're just taking over more, so we can't control them. Might as well talk about them. I'm Todd Frazier.
I'm Jake Frazier, and we'll be back with real stories next week.
Wait, these are all real stories.
No. We're talking about the kooky, the crazy, the spooky, the kooky, the
Got that?
anything other than coronavirus.
You guys, it's just, you got to talk about it.
Go to
Get out there.
COVID.me.
Hey,
COVIDgotme.com.
that's right. COVIDgotme.com.
What's
Check
the deal
it
with
out.
the giveaway?
Oh, the giveaway. We got to talk about the giveaway next week because I don't have time. We're out of time.
Okay.
But giveaway, we have winners, and if you won, you're going to get an email. So watch for that. All right, guys. I'm Todd Frazier.
I'm Jake Frazier.
This is Trending Stories Taking Over. Check us out, Tsto Show, TSTOshow.com. Listen to us on Spotify, iTunes. Subscribe on YouTube. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Otherwise, Jake's going to do it.
I'm going to tell your mom.
You don't want him to do that. Wash your hands. Be safe. And we will see you next time, everybody. Peace.